and then make the better frame design, and then I make a little bit more indentations inside your edge areas. Remember, so I have to give them a little bit more. So now it's applied with a very thin dentin in between the tooth from the gingiva to before inside your 1/3. I will cut it back if I have to. So that's the first step. Gonna start to build up to create it the full contour. From the central, the lateral, especially this long into proximal contact. So just add it. This. So I can change it later about the incision 1/3. So core, we don't have to cover it. But sometimes people want different color, then I can approach with a different color. But most of the times it's not necessary. They do not want to notify or just subtle differences. Maybe I know, but people did not realize it, then I don't have to put into another the energy for that. Now whenever I build up with the golden proportion, just make sure the size of the tooth, that one is the key. So after that, then I can cut it back slightly. Of course I have to modify a little bit about build up and the full contour, and then apply with the overlucency, which is TMO1, which is inside your 1/3 area, because that's my aim for. It's very, very important, that area. Okay, so that's the second step. All right, this stage is what I'm looking for, from the dentin and then body, and then enough. And then here is add with the proximal contact. Okay, and just like here. So that's the first dentin apply is done from the occlusion view with just this view. Then I can cut it. If we need a mamelon, you can move all the way inside here, then you can get some. There is a great mamelon tool, which is especially see the dentin body. That was very imperative to connect it all together before I go to the blue color inside here 1/3. Okay, so this is the finals, cosmetic, the veneers. Like I showed the all processing from the before the frame design. You see the inside edge is good amount of the translucency. I did not go too much, but this texture wise is smooth. And alignment, the crown, the golden proportions, just right there. Okay, so that one is this finals. This is great emergence profile too. So trying to close the distal gap. A good compensation about the size. And here is the finals. some water, so we're going to get a little bit sticky. So this is the finals. Right? Okay, thanks for watching. So this is how to do 6 veneers. It's cosmetically pleasing with a practical way. All right. Then now apply with TM01. This is very strong blue. Okay. That much I need it inside of 1/3. Specifically, that direction. You can put the pretty much the same amount in both, in between, same as lateral. Canine usually I don't put it in there much because canine don't need a lot of translucency, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another step. Here. Okay. Okay, so this is the finals contour. After using the carbide bar and then make the good symmetry line before I see any texture or 3 dimension. You can do so many different things, depends on the patients, depends on the doctors. So this ones I do not have any great surface texture. The only thing about the occlusion contact here, which is a little tight, so we have to let doctors know. Other than that, everything is good to go. And so utilize the silicone from the make the prominent in between the lobe design, 3 dimensions, and decrease the width. Step down, and this is K9, same as here, which is a little bit bigger than the other side. And then if we want to, you can make some kind of little symmetry. You can make the flat, you can make the rounded, so many different things, because doctor gave us this lot of room. So going to after I cut it, and then you can see what look like this. Just brush down with all the way margin. I don't want to make thick margin. And just make sure the inside is 1/3 with blue, just a little bit. Okay, and then 2 tap. Take it out some water, and then ready to fire. Okay, so after fire, slightly bubble here, but should be okay. And then here, as you see the color. So now I apply with the dentin in between the teeth. Okay. Then I apply with the top of that the ZF. Just maintain the lobe. Same as the other side too. So here also you can make the good golden proportion. So lateral is more wider. And now just a little bit. Okay, the K9. So, and then after that you can add with the ZF, the top, the cover, just like that. In between this, I use the 58, and then I can file the second bake. Okay, then I can get a most predictable cases. All right, coming up. Okay, so beginning stage, which is the 6 unit cosmetic cases. Patient currently has the crown and bridge And it's a laboratory, which I did, which is tissue management for the dentist. And then we give them treatment plan wax up, and from here to make them more pleasing. Number 89 to wide, so make narrow. Everything's they accepted, except it's too pointy, so I can make it a little bit rounded. K9. And then, so doctor's prep it is really nice prep, just like the veneer and crown prep. So this stage, which is wax and press with the Lisi, Cosmetic press with GC America, is very imperative stage, which is the frame design, because without frame design cannot make the great translucency, great stability. So the final color is OM3, and then I use the BO, which is the bleaching color, and then we measure the size of the tooth. Sometimes this wax up, when I measure here to there, is always discrepancy because it's a mother is a little issue. So what I did, and then mounting with opposing teeth, then you can see the incision length, all right, compared to the wax up. So that is my point of view. Then I can finish the incision edge position. So regardless is, from gingiva to incisor, but that's the incisor length position compared to premolar, compared to the other premolar. So we design it with that direction, and then make the better frame design, and then I make a little bit more indentations, incisor edge areas. Remember, so I have to give them a little bit more like this, which is so really support incisor edge area with the wax, and then press it. So now then I can see the occlusion view, which is curvature too. That's very imperative. And then I can do with a predictable porcelain buildup. I don't need so many buildup, probably 5 porcelain powder. Then I can approach beautiful lifelike restoration. Now next step, I'm going to add with the dentin with the translucency enamel. The first bake, I do the second bake, and then contouring. This is first step for 6 unit veneers, cosmetic.